All right, so now we are continuing on building the homepage. So our next section is going to be this testimonial section here. So under links, I'm going to click that plus sign, add blank. I'm going to click that pencil icon, format, section height should be small, width should be large. Go to colors, change it to dark minimal, so it's got that green background. All right, so I'm going to add 3 spacers. Okay, and move them all side by side. All right, so the first spacer on the left is going to, or I'm sorry, it needs to be 4 spacers. So add another one, move them all side by side. Okay, so the spacer on the left is going to be 1 space wide. The second spacer is also going to be 1 space wide. And then the very last spacer on the right is going to be 1 space wide. Okay, and then this third one is just going to take up the rest of it. Okay, so this text box, I'm going to move it under my 3rd spacer. And then under my 2nd spacer, I'm going to click that little teardrop and add a code block. So if you scroll down to more, there's a code. Okay, and this will pop up, should say hello world. So when you go to your files, in the file called code, there's a file called rotated text. So I'm going to open that up. Okay, so when you paste that, it should show you this. So I'm going to show you, you can change the color of that testimonials if you want to. Right here, where it says pound FFD76, that is your color code. So if you want to find a new color code, go to htmlcolorcodes.com. And here you can slide around and then find that hex code next to the pound. So I'm going to go all the way over to white. So the code for white is pound FFFFFF. I think that was 6 Fs. But so then you can just copy and paste that in there. And that will change your color. Okay? And then if you want to have it say something else, just highlight this testimonials text and say like reviews or whatever you want it to say. Okay? There we go. So I'm going to hit apply. And then in that text box, I'm going to say what couples like you are saying about working with me. Okay? So that first line, I'm going to have it be heading 4. And that second line is going to be heading 3. So, okay. Next, I'm going to add 2 spacers under the text box. So, just add 2 on top of each other there. Move them side by side. And make sure they are under the text box, not under everything. So just like that. And then move that left spacer over so it's 2 spaces wide. 1, 2. And the rest of it will take up the rest of the space. Okay, so now I'm going to add under that second spacer, I'm going to click there, click that, go to summary carousel. Okay, and then choose testimonials here, go to layout, header text, delete that, make sure there's nothing there. Items per row is going to be 1. Text size is going to be small. Text alignment is going to be right. Display number of items, just change that to 30. Uncheck show title. Uncheck show thumbnail. And make sure show excerpt is checked. Okay? And then change your primary metadata to none. Secondary metadata should also be none. And click apply. Okay, so now you'll see you have this here. I'm going to delete the spacer above that. I'm also going to delete the spacer above my text box and the spacer above my code. All right, so there it is. Now I'm going to quickly show you how to add testimonials. So click save over here on the left bar, go to home, pages, testimonials. Okay, so it's going to give you 4 default blog posts. You can just delete all of them. Okay, so click the plus sign up here, and then you're going to get a new post. So you can enter a post title. Your post title will not show up on that homepage in those testimonials, but I'm going to just give it a name. I recommend naming it like whoever the person is that left that testimonial for you. And that's just so you can like keep track of them. Okay, so where it says right here in the text box, you're actually not going to use that at all. What you're going to do is go up here to the right, click that gear icon, go to options, scroll down to excerpt, and here you're going to write a testimonial. Okay, just, put in whatever testimonials you have from people that you worked with. Just write some nice words there. Okay, and then you're going to hit enter. You're going to type in dash and a name. If you do that, you're going to notice it turns into a bullet point. So what you're going to do instead is do space, dash, and then the name. And then highlight that and bold it. Okay, so now you have your testimonial. Hit save. Go over here to done, click publish, and done. Okay, so you can do that as many times as you want. Click that plus sign, or also if after you make that first testimonial, you can go to edit. Click that gear icon on the top right corner, and then click duplicate here and confirm. Okay, so that's a little bit easier. It'll give you kind of like, you'll have the same layout, so put another name here, and then you would go click that gear icon, go into options, replace that testimonial, and hit save. And then when you're done, hover over done, click publish, and done. Okay, so now you're going to go back to the home page, and when you're looking at edit like this, it will look funky, so click edit to see it in full screen, and your testimonials should show up here. Okay, and there you go. You can't do it in the editor, but when you click these arrows on your website, it will scroll through. Okay, another thing, so your text is white right there. So what I'm going to do, if you want it to be black, is click this gear icon, go to colors, dark minimal, click that pencil icon, and then scroll down, scroll until you see this summary block where it says excerpt color. I'm going to change that to black, but you can have it be any color you want. If you want it white, you can leave it like that. Okay, and then I'm going to hit save. Okay, great. So I'm going to go back to edit. That is my testimonial section. Next, we have this more on the blog section. So I'm going to go down, click the plus sign, add a blank section, click this little arrow icon. Section height should be small, content width should be large. And okay, that's it for that one. So this text box here, I'm going to have my title. I'm going to say more on the blog. I'm going to change that to heading 2, have it be centered. And then underneath, I'm going to add a summary wall here. So this one, summary wall. Okay. And for this one, in content, I'm going to choose blog. I'm going to change the layout to I'm going to have my column width, I'm going to increase it. So you can kind of adjust how many photos you want to show. So if you want 4, you can leave it at 308. If you want 3, increase it. to 380. Okay, so column width is going to be 380. Gutter width, I'm going to change to 50. And that is how much space there is between the posts. Okay, so then text alignment, I'm going to change to center. Then I'm going to go to display. Number of items, I'm going to choose 3. If you have more than 3, there will be multiple rows. Okay, so show title should be checked, show thumbnail should be checked, show excerpt should be unchecked. Primary metadata, I'm going to make it category. And secondary metadata is none. Okay, so now you will notice that these photos are not the same size. So what you can do here is, when you are posting blogs, make sure that all your photos are the same orientation, like they're all landscape photos or they're all portrait photos. Another option, if you want to have different size like blog thumbnails, click that pencil icon in summary, and in layout you can also make this a grid, and that will allow you to change the aspect ratio, so it will crop any photos that are bigger. Okay, so you can decide if you want it to be a wall or a grid, and then change the aspect ratio if it's a grid. Okay, so I'm going to hit apply. There's a text box underneath that I'm going to delete. And there you go. That is it for that one. But I am going to show you how to change this title font here. So right now it matches the rest of my theme, but if on your website you decide that you want to use a different font, you're going to have to probably change that. So what I'm going to do is go to Design, Custom CSS, here, where it says Change Summary Title Font. Right here where it says Font Family, it is currently Lust. So you could change it, say you wanted it to be Montserrat. Okay, and then in font weight, 600 is pretty bold. The default for fonts is 400. So if you wanted to change it, you could also change that, and then you can change the font size here. All right, so I'm just gonna hit cancel. Another note is here, right above that, where it says change heading 3 font. That changes all your heading 3s, so like this here. In Squarespace 7.1, you have the same font for every heading by default. So I wanted a little variety, so in the CSS code, you can also change this. If you wanted heading 3 to be like Arial, you would just change it there. Okay, that's it for that. Next section is this behind the camera section. So I am actually running out of time here. My video limit is 15 minutes. So I'm actually going to end this video right now, and we will do a part 3 up next.